The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
What's going on, my friends? How you doing? My name is Dr. James Jazzy Jordan, and what a day of celebration here in L.A. We have lost, of course, as you know by now, the life of Kobe Bryant and 8 others, including his daughter Gigi. Today was an incredible celebration at the Staples Center. I wish you could have been there. I wish everyone could have been there. It wasn't certainly a dry eye, not only in the Staples Center, but in L.A. People were shedding a tear, of course, because we learned so much about Kobe today, so much more. We never, ever had a clue to how great this man is or how great this man was, what he was able to really bring to the world through the love of his daughters, through the love of basketball. You know, the film he did, Dear Basketball, certainly had it right because he loved his game. But not only did he love his game, he loved so much his girls, his daughters, his wife. What a great, great tribute. And, you know, hearing Vanessa today was just, this is the first time that she's really spoken publicly, and I knew that it was really, really tough on her. You could see it. But tonight, we're going to explore that. We're going to play something, some new music for you that you probably haven't heard before. But we want to start out with something familiar now. This is a song that I want to send out in tribute to the one and only Kobe Bryant and his lovely family, the Bryants. And this one is Boys to Men. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.
And now take with me the memory to be my sunshine after the rain. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday, you know. It was very difficult. I did not get to go today myself, but it was so very difficult sitting there watching it because you saw all the greats of the game. You saw wonderful people that you knew loved Kobe quite a bit. And, you know, I just love to watch people pulling for the family. And you had everyone, the show, I shouldn't call this, the celebration open with Beyonce coming on first and singing a couple songs. And then you had everyone, Christina Aguilera, you had, oh my gosh, just name it, Alicia Keys. It was really, really incredible event. And if you have not seen it, I want you to go online and look for it. But I'll tell you, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a clip of Vanessa Bryant herself and part of her her speech, what she gave today. That was just so powerful because this woman not only lost her husband, her best friend, her lover, she lost her baby girl. So, you know, obviously any mother out there, you know what that must be like. So let's hear from Vanessa.
He had magic arms and could put Capri to sleep in only a few minutes. He said he had it down to a science, 8 times up and down our hallway. He loved taking Bianca to Fashion Island and watch her play in the koi pond area and loved taking her to the park. Their most recent visit to the koi pond was the evening before he and Gigi passed. He shared a love of movies and the breakdown of films with Natalia. He enjoyed renting out theaters and taking Natalia to watch the newest Star Wars movie or Harry Potter films. And they would have movie marathons, and he enjoyed every second of it. He loved her typical tearjerkers, too. He liked watching Stepmom, Steel Magnolias, and Little Women. He had a tender heart. Kobe somehow knew where I was at all times, specifically when I was late to his games. He would worry about me if I wasn't in my seat at the start of each game and would ask security where I was at the first timeout of the first quarter. And my smart ass would tell him that he wasn't going to drop 81 points within the first 10 minutes of the game. I think anyone with kids understands that sometimes we can't make it out the door on time. And eventually he was used to my tardiness and balled out. The fact that he could play on an intense professional level and still be concerned by making sure we made it to the game safely was just another example of how family came first to him. He loved being Gianna's basketball coach. He told me he wished he would have convinced Natalia to play basketball so that they could have spent even more time together. But he also wanted her to pursue her own passion. He watched Natalia play in a volleyball tournament on her birthday, on January 19th, and he noticed how she's a very intelligent player. He was convinced she would have made a great point guard with her vision of the court. And he told me that he wanted Bianca and Capri to take up basketball when they get older so he could spend just as much time with them as he did with Gigi. And Kobe always told Bianca and Capri that they were going to grow up and play basketball and mix they ass up. Now they won't have their daddy and sister here to teach them, and that is truly a loss I do not understand. But I'm so thankful Kobe heard Coco say, Dada. He isn't going to be here to drop Bianca and Capri off at pre-K or kindergarten. He isn't going to be here to tell me to get a grip V when we have to leave the kindergarten classroom, or show up to our daughter's doctor's visits for my own moral support. He isn't going to be able to walk our girls down the aisle or spin me around on the dance floor while singing PYT to me. But I want my daughters to know and remember the amazing person, husband, and father he was. The kind of man that wanted to teach the future generations to be better and keep them from making his own mistakes. He always liked working and doing projects to improve kids' lives. He taught us all valuable lessons about life and sports through his NBA career, his books, his show Detail, and his Punies podcast series. And we're so thankful he left those lessons and stories behind for us. He was thoughtful and wrote the best love letters and cards, and Gigi had his wonderful ability to express her feelings into paper and make you feel her love through her words. She was thoughtful like him. They were so easy to love. Everyone naturally gravitated towards them. They were funny, happy, silly, and they loved life. They were so full of joy and adventure. God knew they couldn't be on this earth without each other. He had to bring them home to heaven together. Babe, you take care of our Gigi. And I got Nani, Bibi, and Coco. We're still the best team. We love and miss you, Boo Boo and Gigi. May you both rest in peace and have fun in heaven until we meet again one day. We love you both and miss you forever and always. Mommy.
Dear Vanessa, my queen, I love you so much. Thank you for sharing me with the world. You gave me the gift of love, even when I didn't deserve it. When your family and friends said leave, you stayed. The first time I saw your face, I could not keep my eyes off of you. I sent you roses every day until you said yes, because I knew that it was you.
Cared for you and prayed a lot, gone but not forgotten. I am here with you.
It's time for me and Gigi to move on. Our work here is done. We left the world lit up in purple and gold, without a dry eye. To my queen Vanessa and my girls, I want you to know I love you so. But Gigi and I must move on. Our work here is done. I loved my time in Italy, where no one knew my name. It prepared me for you in basketball and the most incredible family that a man could have.
It was time for us to go home and kneel before the Father's throne. Gone but not forgotten, I am here with you.
They say it takes a man to produce a son. It takes a king to have you ladies. Thank you, Vanessa, for sharing me with the world. My darling Vanessa, you are not alone. My spirit will always be there for you to lean on. Rob, I set you up with my team. Now I'm leaving you with my most precious gift. I need for you to look after my family. From the first time I touched the court, I showed you a smile that would take us to 33,000. When I dropped 81, everyone loved me, but I loved you more. The game demanded more. 5 chips and 60 in my last game.
When you're feeling low and missing us, I promise God's taking care of us. gone but not forgotten. We are here with you.
My queen, I love you so much. Thank you for sharing me with the world. You gave me the gift of love, even when I didn't deserve it. When your family and friends said leave, you stayed. We fell in love and stayed together against the odds. You should know that I love you, Vanessa, and my beautiful girls.
Tomorrow is a new day. Let our God guide your way. Gone but not forgotten. We are here with you.
What a great tribute video. I love that guy, you know, whoever that was. Oh, I know who that was. That was me. And I have a caller on the line with me, and she was also on that particular song. So, Tabara, are you there?
Yes, I am. How are you doing, Jazzy?
I am doing wonderful. Thank you for joining me. And we're here in L.A. We're celebrating the life and times of one Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gigi. And, you know, I don't know if you got a chance to watch it today. Did you see any of it?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It was very emotional.
Yes, I know that you're a mother yourself, so I can only imagine how you must feel.
I can't even begin to phantom. No, I can't.
Okay. Yeah, I can understand that. So, listen, you. I know you have an outstanding career of your own. You've been singing for some time. We're going to play a video of yours in a few minutes, but I want to talk to you about the inspiration behind the song, your inspiration. How did you feel being a part of this?
Part of this song was incredible, and I appreciate you, and thank you for allowing me to be a part of it. What's funny is when I wrote Gone But Not Forgotten, I actually wrote that, and then a day later, LeBron came out and said, Gone But Not Forgotten.
Yeah, it's funny how things like that happen.
Yeah.
You know, so I know just today alone, the video has jumped up over another 5,000 views just from today alone. I you know, it's really taking hold, and people are really gravitating towards it. And again, your contribution, I just want to thank you for that.
No, thank you. Appreciate it. I think we're well fit. We work well together.
Well, thank you. Thank you for saying that. So, listen, I know that, you know, your inspiration was not necessarily Kobe Bryant or the Lakers, even though I'm sure you adored him and loved him. But, you know, I'm just so thankful you have the voice and the talent that you do. So tell me a little bit about your career. Well,
you know what? My career started same place Kobe started, in Italy.
Oh, really? How so?
Yes. I started over in Italy, sent a tape over to a producer that was just looking for a voice at that time, because that was the time when they used to have, you know, the Milli Vanilli days. And sent the tape over. He didn't, not a picture, not anything, and he sent me the money, said, you're the one, come fly over here. I flew over there, and they decided, you know what, we like your image, we like what you got going on, would you become the face of Blacklist? And I started with the Europop group, singing dance music.
All right.
For several years. Mm-hmm.
So how did that work out for you in Italy?
Well, you know, what's funny is when we first started, and he put the songs around, people told him I couldn't sing.
Really?
Yes. And he came back and he said, don't worry about it. They said the same thing about Aretha Franklin. He said, we have to find the right song for your voice.
Right.
And the song we put out was right on the rhythm, and nothing happened with it. But 3 years later, somebody in the group, Marasha, did a remix to it, and it started to pick up. And he was smart enough to go through the club instead of going through the labels. So he let the DJs play it, and once they played it, then the radio stations had to play it, and then, he went the other route.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's where it started.
Sure. So how long were you in Italy?
Oh, I was back and forth. I had a flat, but I never wanted to stay there. I wanted to come home and watch Martin Lawrence. So I was back and forth a good 4 or 5 years.
Okay. So back home, where's back home?
Well, I'm from New York, Long Island, New York. Long Islanders, we say we live on Long Island, not in Long Island.
That's I always found that interesting. I was had the pleasure of living on or in Long Island for like 11 years, but I had never totally claimed it, because I was just passing through at the time.
Yeah.
But it's an incredible place. I really enjoyed it. I really did.
Yeah. I love New York. I'm a New Yorker till the day I die.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel out of place. I feel out of place when I'm not in New York.
Well, I understand that. That's the same way people feel about, California. When people that's from California, that's the same way they feel. If they're not in California, they're like, okay, well, where am I and why am I?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's the same way New Yorkers feel as well, because I spent obviously 30 years in New York, one section or another. And, I kind of feel the same way to an extent, but living out in Southern California, the weather and whatnot, and being closer, if you will, to my team that I'm repping tonight, the L.A. Lakers. And you see, the funniest part is I've been a Laker fan ever since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar joined the team.
Wow.
And, yeah, exactly.
That's going back.
Well, you don't have to
That's
say
going back to the short shorts and the high.
You don't have to say it like that. Yes, but it is going considerably back. Yes. Yeah, Kareem was my man, so I had to become a Laker fan as well.
I see that.
Yeah, and when I haven't regretted it for a moment, because they've been good to me. I mean, Kobe got 5 championships, and dropped 81 at one section, and also 60 in his last game. I mean, who does that? So
Exactly.
that's crazy. So let me ask you this: Who are some of your inspirations when it comes to singing?
Luther Vandross.
Really?
I've never taken voice lessons. So I used to practice my vibrato with Luther.
Right.
And I practiced my projection with Barbra Streisand.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And then I also used to sing Gloria Lynn. But that's because my mother, played. Most people have never heard of Gloria Lynn.
Sure. She was a very talented woman.
There she was. And they know the song, I Wish You Love, which was made popular by Natalie Cole, originally sung by Gloria Lynn.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, so mainly it was Luther, and then it was... And Barbra
Streisand.
Yes, that's 2 very good ones there, because their enunciation and their songs are so incredibly... I mean, you get every syllable. You get everything. Yeah,
right,
incredible.
Right.
Incredible.
Wow, that's why my diction is so... Okay, I never thought about that. Interesting.
So tell me this. So now you have out a gospel single at the moment, and you've been working in that arena. So talk to me about your current single. Okay, so
it's more Christian than gospel. It's actually really a jazz song with me singing about God. It's got a nice smooth saxophone. It's been compared to Charlie Wilson, and I think that's just because of the smoothness of it. I have bipolar disorder, and I received my master's last May from Shaw University in divinity.
Congratulations.
Thank you. While I was in school, I was dealing with a depression, and I wrote that song out of the feelings, the emotions. It was like suicidal depression, and I don't know what kicked it in. I have bipolar disorder, so who knows what kicked it in. But really, God said to me, you don't have to feel like this. Like, you need to go to your doctor and get some more medicine. And I don't know why I spent weeks not figuring that out for myself, but out of that came, I just can't do it. And if I just can't do it, only God can do it.
Wow.
And that song ministers to me to this day.
Mm-hmm.
To this day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't we watch your video and then we'll come back and talk some more.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to you?
Yes, it does.
What about you, Mr. Engineer? Let's do it. Okay, well, maybe not. I think he's queuing it up.
Tuning it up.
Yeah, so anyway, so while we're doing that, we're going to do it right now. Let's do the video.
God, can you hear me? I think I messed up. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I feel lost. I just need you. My situation didn't look good to me. I was stuck in a tunnel, no light to be seen. I was trying to swim, but I was sinking inside. I cried, Lord, please hear me now, 'cause I'm tired of crying. I just can't do it alone. Wipe these tears from my eyes. I'm gonna surrender myself. I can't even deny I tried it without you, but I'm trusting you now. Only God can do it. He gon' work it on out. I kept on praying, but things just stayed the same. I couldn't see my breakthrough. I couldn't see past my pain. Somebody said, hold on, things are gonna change. I cried, Lord, I need you right now. Come and strengthen my faith. I just can't do it alone. Wipe these tears from my eyes. I'm gonna surrender myself. I can't even deny I tried it without you, but I'm trusting you now. Only God can do it. He gon' work it on out. I was lost and all alone. I didn't have no one to call, but you stepped in. You were my friend. Oh Lord, oh Lord. I just can't do it alone. Wipe these tears from my eyes. I'm gonna surrender myself. I can't even deny I tried it without you, but I'm trusting you now. Only you can do it. I just can't do it alone. I'm gonna surrender myself. Wipe my tears, God. I'm trusting you. I'm trusting you, 'cause only you can do it. Only you can do it. I just can't do it. I just can't do it alone. I can't do it alone. I'm gonna surrender myself. I need you. I tried it without you. I'm trusting you now.
All right. I love it. Oh, my gosh, that's a great video.
Thank you.
Yeah, so listen, what really got you into singing?
Well, my mom said I was tone deaf till I was 12.
Hold on 1 second. See, that's why even relatives, sometimes you have to stop listening to relatives because people say you can't sing, people say you're tone deaf, people say this, people say that, blah, 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 blah. Sometimes you just have to do you.
Well, I think she was right. So she said that one day I opened up my mouth and felt it. But my dad sang with the Fifth Jubilee Singers and
Right.
toured the world. I don't know. Singing to me was always something that I would do if I couldn't get that coin-operated laundromat.
So that's the ultimate dream, the coin-operated laundromat?
Coin-operated laundromat was the ultimate dream.
Well, hey, we all have dreams, and I'm never one to talk about somebody else's dream. So congratulations, whatever your dream may be. At least you have one.
Thank you.
Yes.
Right.
So what's next? I mean, you have this out. This is doing well for you. I know you're doing dates. You're working at different establishments around the country, including churches, of course. So what else is on your schedule?
I'd like to do a remix of a song, probably There Before the Grace of God Go I.
Okay. You want to tell us why?
I think it's a good song for what's going on today.
Okay. How so?
With racism and ignorance, all kinds, all binded up together. There's a part of the song where it says no blacks, no G's, and no gays.
Uh-huh.
And to me, it ties together with today's time.
Right. I can see that.
Plus, it's a dance song, and I am originally a dance artist. I'm known in the dance community. I'm licensed in over 55 countries, and I've been on Billboard several times, so as a dance artist.
So you want to get back to more dance music?
I want to get into all kinds of music. I cannot limit myself because I write everything.
Right.
So, I have a country song that I absolutely love.
Right.
But
so you said
I'm not going to sing it.
So you said this video we just saw. You said that God inspired that, correct?
Yes, he did.
Right. So, do you have more like that? Are you going in that doing more of those?
I do have more like that. I have one that I really love, and it's a neo soul style.
Okay.
Very different. It's called My God.
Okay.
Yep. You want to hear some?
Sure. Go ahead.
My God, he's strong, patient and kind, even when we're wrong. My God, he's big, loving, not judging by the way we live. My God, he's wise, covered by the blood of a sacrifice. My God, he's love. Look at all the blessings from the heavens above.
All right.
I confirm. Let me do the verse.
Okay.
That's what it's about. I confirm that my God is all that. Some people think it's me, but I can't claim that. I keep walking, holding my head high, ignore my haters. I just wait until I'm bye-bye. 'Cause I didn't do it, so it can't be undone. The battle is over and I already won. My gosh, that's my song right there. I like it.
Nice. I like that. Great. So, so what's next, though? What do you want to do next? You want to do the remix? You got this song. What's next?
I need to be guided. That's what's next.
Okay.
So
okay. Yeah,
I have a few things on my plate that I can go into the studio and record tomorrow.
Got it.
But I need to know I'm not sure which direction that I need to go. And I was thinking that I need to do something that's dance-oriented so that I can get back into that, bring my audience back to me.
Understood. Well, listen, do you have any inspirational words or anything you would like to share with certainly the people of L.A. and the people that's feeling a sense of loss from today and loss of Gigi, the loss of Kobe, the loss of a total of 9 people?
Right. And we don't want to forget anybody.
Right.
Grief, I'm taking a class on grief, death, and dying.
Okay.
There are different levels, obviously, and you're going to watch people go through the different levels on their own time. The only thing that I can say is, the beauty is Kobe knew God. He was grounded in his faith, so we don't have to worry about where he is or whose child he is. You know what? I really don't know what to say because I don't like cliches.
Right.
No, I don't like cliches. I
Okay.
don't want to say, all things work together for the good of God, because
Sure.
that doesn't mean anything to anybody right now.
Right. Well, you don't have
Everybody's
to.
dealing with their pain, differently.
Sure.
And, sometimes nothing is enough.
Right. Well, one thing you said is so very true, and that is, his relationship with God, because he went to church that morning. Him and Gigi both. They went to church prior to taking that fatal trip. So again, that's certainly correct. And those are little tidbits that most of Kobe's fans didn't even realize and didn't even know how his relationship was. And
Right,
not only that,
he was.
how his relationship with God, his relationship with his family, his relationship with just people. Because Rob Pelinka told a story today that was really inspiring to me, and that is that he got a final text from Kobe just maybe 15 minutes before the accident happened, and Kobe was asking him, could he help this young woman get this internship job? And so it's just amazing.
Always thinking about someone else.
Yeah. But that's not who most of us thought. When we thought of him, we didn't think of that he was thinking of others. We always thought that he was thinking of himself. But winners, they have to do what it takes to win. You can't come up short. But you know what? I love to hear. We have another video that we're going to rack up, and this video is a video of Shaquille O'Neal today, because he has some very, very important things to say. But I want to thank you, Tabara, for joining me. Tabara Adams, thank you for joining me on this night and celebrating you and talking about your song and talking about your music. And thank you again for being a part of the Dear Vanessa tribute song that we did together.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jazzy.
All right. Thank you. Let's hear Shaq.
Have a good night.
All right.
All right. Bye.
The NBA, but none better or more fun to follow than Kobe and Shaq. They won 3 titles in a row together with their teammates for the city of Los Angeles. And their names will be linked for all time. Please welcome Shaquille O'Neal.
When I have imagined speaking to a group of people about Kobe Bryant, I use a picture in the context of his Hall of Fame induction, or as a guest speaker at one of Kobe and Vanessa's Foundation's event. But never ever could I have imagined that I'd be here today with my son and brother. Kobe was a loyal friend and a true Renaissance man. As many of you know, Kobe and I had a very complex relationship throughout the years. But not unlike another leadership duo, John Lennon and Paul McCartney, whose creative rivalry led to some of the greatest music of all time. Kobe and I pushed one another to play some of the greatest basketball of all time, and I am proud that no other team has accomplished what the three-peat Lakers have done since Shaq and the Kobe Lakers did it. And yes, sometimes like immature kids, we argued, we fought, we bantered or insulted each other with offhanded remarks, our feud. But make no mistake, even when the folks thought we were on bad terms, when the cameras were turned off, he and I would throw a wink at each other and say, let's go whoop some ass. We never took it seriously. In truth, Kobe and I always maintained a deep respect and a love for one another. The day Kobe gained my respect was the guys were complaining. I said, Shaq, Kobe's not passing the ball. I said, I'll talk to him. I said, Kobe, there's no I in team. And Kobe said, I know, but there's an in me in that motherfucker. So I went back. So I went back and told Rick and Big Shot Bob, I said, just get the rebound. He's not passing. Mamba, you were taken away from us way too soon. Your next chapter of life was just beginning, but now it's time for us to continue your legacy. You said yourself that everything negative, pressure, challenges, is all an opportunity for me to rise. So we now take that sage advice to now rise from anguish and begin with the healing. Just know that we got your back, little brother. I'll look after things down here. I'll be sure to teach Natalia, Bianca, and Baby Capri all your moves, and I promise I will not teach them my free throw techniques. But for now, I take comfort in the fact as we speak, Kobe and Gigi are holding hands, walking to the nearest basketball court. Kobe will show her some new Mamba moves today, and Gigi soon masters them. Kobe, your heavens MVP. I love you, my man, till we meet again. Rest in peace, Kobe.
That is so funny. Shaq is a crazy guy. There's no I, but there is a me, right? That sounds like something Kobe would have said, right? We're celebrating the life of Kobe Bryant. There's no reason to be sad. We had him for 20 years here in LA. He only played for this team. He went out the game the way he came in. He went out the game scoring 60 points in his last game, winning the game. Who does that? Nobody. You look at all the greats and you look at all the records, and you will not find anyone that has had that kind of success in their last game of an NBA professional basketball game. And you know what? These were not, the Harlem Globetrotters that he was playing against. These were professional ball players that wanted to win the game. So again, when you look at his legacy, what does that teach us? You know, what I took from this, everything, I came away with the word gratitude. We all need to develop gratitude because, every time someone walks out of the door, we don't know when that's going to be the last time we get a chance to see that person. So we need to tell people more and mean it, that we love them, that we care about them, that we really we have their back, and really mean it. We need to show gratitude. We need to have a humble heart. We really do. And by the way, my name is Dr. James Jazzy Jordan. I'm a best-selling author. I talk mainly about, I love to talk about I love the inspirational talk, but what I talk mainly about on my radio show and other things, I talk about health, because I think everybody should be striving to be healthy. And, my book is titled Health is Wealth, because, again, without your health, you have no wealth. You need to want health. You need to do everything you can to have health, because, again, we need to walk life out in the best fashion we can, because the bottom line is that, again, we don't know what our last day is going to be. You don't know. I don't know. Every time, I've heard people say, well, you shouldn't have been in a helicopter. Well, you know what? That's crazy talk, because when it's your time, unfortunately, it's your time. So you cannot predict it. You can't project it. Only thing you can do is live your life and live the best life you can live. Live your life to the best of your ability, because guess what? As far as I know for sure you get one. All right? I know that for sure. And you have to walk this life out as best you can. And, root for your teams, root for your sports heroes, but mainly root for yourself and root for your family. If I could share one thing with you, it's this. Be close to your loved ones. Pull them closer. Hold them tighter. If you have girls, if you have boys, if you have anyone, nieces, nephews, kiss them. Tell them you love them and mean it. Don't just say it for show. Mean what you say and demonstrate to them that you do love them. When you love somebody, it's not about what you can give them. It's about demonstrating love and really having the capacity to really love. And let me tell you something. Another thing that Kobe taught me. It's easy to say you love someone, but when you share your gift with someone, that's really loving them. when you mentor someone, when you teach someone, when you take a young person and you say, okay, young fella, young lady, here, this is how this is done. And mean it from your heart and teach one. Reach one, teach one. That's what we all need to do. But you know what I want to do? I want to watch the Dear Vanessa video once again, because I think that's a powerful tribute to her. You can see this online anytime you want. So let's do that. Let's do the video, Dear Vanessa, one more time. Dear Vanessa, my queen, I love you so much. Thank you for sharing me with the world. You gave me the gift of love, even when I didn't deserve it. When your family and friends said leave, you stayed. The first time I saw your face, I could not keep my eyes off of you. I sent you roses every day until you said yes, because I knew that it was you.
Cared for you and prayed a lot, gone but not forgotten. I am here with you.
It's time for me and Gigi to move on. Our work here is done. We left the world lit up in purple and gold, without a dry eye. To my queen Vanessa and my girls, I want you to know I love you so. But Gigi and I must move on. Our work here is done. I loved my time in Italy, where no one knew my name. It prepared me for you in basketball and the most incredible family that a man could have.
It was time for us to go home and kneel before the Father's throne. Gone but not forgotten, I am here with you.
They say it takes a man to produce a son. It takes a king to have you ladies. Thank you, Vanessa, for sharing me with the world. My darling Vanessa, you are not alone. My spirit will always be there for you to lean on. Rob, I set you up with my team. Now I'm leaving you with my most precious gift. I need for you to look after my family. From the first time I touched the court, I showed you a smile that would take us to 33,000. When I dropped 81, everyone loved me, but I loved you more. The game demanded more. 5 chips and 60 in my last game.
When you're feeling low and missing us, I promise God's taking care of us. Gone but not forgotten, we are here with you.
My queen, I love you so much. Thank you for sharing me with the world. You gave me the gift of love, even when I didn't deserve it. When your family and friends said leave, you stayed. We fell in love and stayed together against the odds. You should know that I love you, Vanessa, and my beautiful girls.
Tomorrow is a new day. Let our God guide your way. Gone but not forgotten, we are here with you.
Outstanding. Every time I see that, I get chills, just thinking of the love that Vanessa and Kobe shared and the way he loved his girls. And again, I want to say, Ms. Adams, thank you so much for joining me on that song. Thank you for being a part of the show tonight. And you can check out her music at tabaramusic.com. And you can also catch up with her on Facebook and other platforms. So again, watch her video, pass it on, share. We got to share. That should be our theme song, right? Because we want to share everything. But tonight is not about selling anything. I don't want to sell you anything. I don't want to talk to you anything about other than your health. Obviously, I'm always going to talk about that. I want you to be about your health, number one. And not only do I want you to be about your health, I want you to be about living the best life you possibly can live. If you want life more abundantly, then you need to live it to the best of your ability. You don't need to half step. You need to be in full compliance with your body. Your body will tell you what it needs. For example, when you live in a warm climate, you have to automatically drink more water. Even when you think you're drinking enough water, you're still not drinking enough water. You have to drink more water. But we can't live life recklessly, but at the same time, we need to live life because we never know when our last day is coming. So that's why, to me, it's important to be in the best health you can be in every day, because that means you can enjoy that day. You enjoy your time. So you're not really, you're in condition to enjoy that day. So you're not worrying about anything because you feel great. As I say in my book, don't worry about heart attacks. Don't worry about cancer. Don't worry about diabetes. Don't worry about obesity because you don't have to have that. You can live without those items. So, here's what I want you guys to do. Again, I'm not trying to sell you anything, but go online, watch Kobe Bryant, Dear Vanessa video, and leave a comment. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send out books to everyone that leaves comments. I'm going to send, I can't say everyone. I'll say, because they've really been racking up pretty fast. But the next 5 I see, because I was just online, I know exactly what the last one was there. So the next 5 comments I get, I will send you out a free copy of my book, autographed copy. It's a best-selling book, internationally best-selling, I might say. I'm not bragging. I'm just really stating a fact. So I want to get you healthy. I want to get you happy. But most importantly, today is about the celebration of Kobe Bean Bryant. And what made me the happiest today was to see his father and his mother in attendance, and his 2 sisters, they were also there. Because I don't know if you guys know or not, but, the families have had a little beef. And that's why it does not make sense to carry on feuds with your family, no matter what it may be over. It does not make sense because you can see someone walking around looking like they're bigger than life. And the next thing you know, we're celebrating what they did while they were here on earth. And that brings me to another point. It's also valuable to do everything you can every day because, again, we have no idea how many days, how many minutes, how many hours, how many seconds we have remaining on this earth. So we need to do everything we can do to make sure that we're celebrating life and celebrating people around us that, love us and that we love them, and stop holding grudges. Stop holding, these silly feuds over what? Over nothing. All right? You got enough. If you don't have enough, then we need to get you enough. But that's why I mentioned earlier, for those that are in position to do so, find someone to mentor. That's one of the things that I think should be happening more, especially at churches. We should be mentoring young people. We have to bring them in the fold. We have to teach them. We, again, have to be a village. We need to be a village. So therefore, we can really, really help young people develop into young men and great women. The only way that's going to happen is that we share our knowledge and what we know. Again, Kobe did it his way. We didn't even see what was going on behind the scene because that's where it was. It was behind the scene. We didn't, I shouldn't say we, I should say, I'll say I didn't know. I didn't know the type of father that he was. I had an idea, but I didn't know until you hear the stories. And the things that Rob Pelinka shared today, the things that Kobe was talked about by Michael Jordan, the way Michael Jordan spoke about him today. I mean, it's touching because Kobe wanted to be a friend of Michael Jordan's. He wanted Michael Jordan to mentor him. And he made it happen because he was persistent. Michael didn't necessarily want to do it, but Kobe wasn't taking no for an answer. And sometimes when you see somebody that you think you can learn from, then you can't take no for an answer. You have to be persistent. You have to push. You have to push until they say yes, until they share their knowledge with you. Because there are a lot of knowledgeable people, but they don't always give up their information very easily. Some of them, you have to tie them down, and you have, not literally, but you have to really, really be persistent, calling them up until they block you. No, just kidding. You have to just keep on it until you get a response from them, and you find out if they're going to be there for you or not. Because, my friends, what this walk in life is about, it's about dying empty. And what does that mean? That means that you get out everything you can do. You do all you can. You write songs, you write books, you write movies, you do whatever it is you want to do, but you make sure you get it all out, because when it's your last breath, it's your last breath. It's too late then. When opportunity is knocking, it's too late to start getting ready. You have to be ready when opportunity knocks. It's too late. Obviously, I'm hoping that the Lakers go all the way this year. But we have to pull for them, and let's pull for them for Kobe. Okay, not even for ourselves. Let's get this chip if we can for Kobe Bryant. Let's do that. I mean, would that not be a great celebration if we end up winning another championship and he is, looking down upon us? Because when that ball looks as if it's off and then all of a sudden it changes the course and it ends up a perfect swish, that's Kobe. So all of these players, I'm hoping you guys can rise to the occasion and do everything you need to do in order to make that happen, because we deserve it. He deserves it. And that's one thing I think, that's another way we can really honor him. But most importantly, do the best that you can, because when you do the best you can, that's really what you really have. So listen, my friends, I'm Dr. James Jazzy Jordan. It's been my pleasure being with you tonight. You can check me out on Facebook. You can check me out on all the social media platforms. I'm on everything, all right? And if you drop me a line, I will hit you back. I'll let you know how I can advise you or do whatever I can do for you, whether it's music, because I have spent 30 years in the music business, so I know a little bit about that, or if it's about your health, whatever, because I want everybody to be healthy. I want you to lose those additional pounds you want to lose. I want you to make sure that you have your game tight. I want you to be like the Mamba. You need some Mamba mentality where you are thinking about what? You're thinking about, I can do this. I can score my 81. I can get my 60 in my last game. I can do whatever I want. I can get my chip. I can get my 5 chips. That's championships, of course. I can do whatever it is I need to do, because that's the mentality I have. And, don't put off another day for tomorrow. Don't spend too much time today worrying about what happened yesterday. Yesterday is over. Concentrate, focus, think about where you are today and what you need to do in order for you to have the kind of life, you and your family, to have the kind of life that you need and want. That's what you need to focus on. Making sure you don't spend too much time today worrying about yesterday. You should think about today and tomorrow. They don't give medals to yesterday's hero. Yesterday is over. Yesterday is not coming back. You could have been great yesterday, But you know what? I'll say it like this, the only way I know to say it. Who cares? It's about what are you doing today? You know? And we should never forget those that came before us. We should always remember them and cherish them and pick their brains. Get as much information as we can from them. But the bottom line is that we always have to take care of what? We have to take care of number one. We have to take care of ourselves and take care of your family. You know, one of my daughters called me this morning, and I was so thrilled to hear from her because it was perfect timing. It was perfect timing. I was watching the tribute, and I was like, oh, my gosh, this is an inspired call, because she doesn't always call because she gets busy, and she's about her business. So, I was just thrilled because it was just perfect timing. So I want to inspire you to reach your greatest height. I want to inspire you to be the best that you can be. I want you to take up the mantle. I want you to be a mentor to someone else if you're old enough and have enough wisdom. But again, I say old enough, at 13 years old, Gigi, I don't know if you heard this or not, but she told the coach at her school, hey, would you like for me to give the boys some tips? Because they seem to be having a few problems. So again, it's, it's not about how old you are necessarily. It's about what you have to offer. So my friends, give what you have. Give what you have. Dig a little deeper. Pick somebody else up and teach someone else what you know. Share what's been taught to you. That's what this is all about. It's about us sharing with one another. So, listen, if you were not inspired from the Kobe Bryant tribute today, I'm not sure what it's going to take in order for you to be inspired, because I know that it certainly wasn't a dry eye in the Staples Center, and even Michael Jordan made a joke about, well, there's going to be another crying meme of me for the next 3 years because he was bawling like a baby. And, this guy, big tough Michael Jordan, he's not crying. And, he was totally crying. So that's going to do it for me. And thank you so much for joining me tonight. And I hope I've said a word or two that might inspire you. But I got to wrap. That's it. I love you. God bless.
Heaven must have known that this day would surely come along.